I'm here ready to play. I'm pretty sure some of the guys was ready to go home, and I mean we can't do that though. You know what I mean? It's still a basketball game to win, and the coach has been emphasizing that all week. So yeah.
Did your approach change at all in the final minutes? You're obviously the point guard. Did you kind of get back into that scorer's mentality in the last 2 minutes or so?
That's what I'm trying to do, with this new role. So, it's just day by day with me. I just tell myself, just be more aggressive. So, I can make plays out of it too. So, I just got to be more aggressive.
What is the challenge of the balance with that, of looking for your shot while also running the offense?
Challenge really, I don't really see a challenge. I just got to be more aggressive. The challenge is just not being aggressive. So.
What was the difference not having Rink out there, and how much did his absence kind of change what you guys do on both ends, and especially on the boards?
Well, it's definitely the boards for sure. You hit that on the nose, but then offensively, Rink is just a sound guy, man. Like, even if his shot's not going, if he's not necessarily scoring the ball, he's gonna make plays for other guys. He's gonna get other guys involved. And then he's just a great screener too, so he gets guys open. So we definitely did miss his presence today.
What do you guys have to do to kind of, for however long he's going to be out, kind of overcome all that he brought with his passing, his rebounding, and his scoring?
I think it's just next man up. Just mentality. I mean, it's a game of basketball. People get hurt. People may have rough nights. Everybody's going to get opportunity at some point in time. We just have to be ready to take advantage of those opportunities when they present themselves.
How'd you think Josiah did? Just talking about next man up. He kind of got called tonight.
Yeah. I mean, that's Joe. Joe's been doing that all year. Playing hard, super hard-nosed guy. He just came back from twisting his ankle, so he's getting his feet back under him. And like you said, he stepped up today in a big way. So.
You guys are 10-2 here at the Christmas break. How do you feel about where you're at and where it needs to go?
We're in a pretty solid place right now. We're happy. I think we just get a lot better. Focusing on our principles. I think we can get better defensively. With our principles and stuff like that. So.
Shoot, I'm excited because just the most wins that we had before the break since I've been here. So it's good to be a part of the growth of the program and just to see the hard work that both the players and coaches put in coming to play.
You see some games like this that maybe you wouldn't have won in the past that are different with this team, or is that a stretch?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the biggest thing about this team, the biggest difference between this team and the past teams I played on is our resiliency. Like, we don't get down. We always chop wood. You know what I mean? If the team, like you said, they went on a 14-point run today, and we just stayed level-headed, and our coaches got on us a little bit, and we just picked it up. I think that's the one thing that's different. A lot of other teams I played on here probably would have just quit or like had a couple guys, pick it up, or just would have stayed in that little slump we were in, and probably wouldn't find a way to win the game. So.
The improvement on the boards in the second half. What goes into that? Is that more a physical thing, a mental thing? Is the approach change? What goes into improvement during a game of that?
I think it's just mental. Just turning, finding your guy, and boxing him out. It's really nothing else more.
Anything else for the players?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Rink had some swelling in his knee last week, a couple days before the Kansas State game, and got a scan on it just to try to figure out the best treatment option for him. And they found a little loose piece of cartilage in there. So the decision was made to play the Kansas State game. He could not do further damage on it. We just didn't want that piece floating around and getting to a spot where it caused some trouble down the line. So, we made a decision with the doctors and with Rink, a decision that he was comfortable with, to go in and take care of the problem. Surgery went very well. Doc was really happy with how it went, and he's got very minimal swelling. He's moving around really well. He actually walked on the treadmill a little bit today, a little bit faster than my treadmill workout that I did this afternoon. But, overall, hopefully we'll get him back. We don't have an exact time frame. I can't give an exact day that he'll be back, but we're hoping sometime in early January.
What did his absence do to change things, especially early on when you're struggling inside a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely changes things. You got guys playing different positions than they had been playing, and Rink obviously has been as good as anybody on the floor for us, especially in those 2 wins against Michigan State and Kansas State. So his absence was felt, I thought, early, and they dominated the glass in the first half. They crushed us out there. They were getting the loose balls. At halftime we really challenged them. They just kind of had that blank stare on their face, and they were looking at the floor. And I just getting after them to say, guys, you understand how good of a basketball team we are when we go out there and are the harder playing, more together team. And it wasn't the same in the huddles, with guys talking to each other and trying to lead out there. And to their credit, after those first couple possessions in the second half, they responded in a big way and found a formula out there. But the effort, I think we out-rebounded 21-14 in the second half, which obviously was a big key, as opposed to what they did to us in the first, and then had a big run to get the lead and I think get that thing all the way up to 10 or 11. And found a way after 4 hit those shots there at the end of the game. But overall, I knew this was a game that we had to play well. This is a very good team, especially with and I'm sorry for butchering his name, probably Inacho. Came out in his second game as a 2-time transfer. We knew his talent, and they shoot it all over the place, and they're very physical and have size. So we knew this was a good team that we'd have to play well. We didn't in the first half, but found a way to come out and play really complete second half of basketball.
How have you seen Jamarcus develop as a point guard in this early season? Just what do you make of his performance tonight?
Yeah, it was great to see Jamarcus knock down some shots there at the end of the game and get us organized. I was really proud of CJ for going out there, and he was terrific. First half, he kept us in striking distance by knocking down those shots, and then had that stretch in the second half. We kind of went to him on 5, 6, 7 straight possessions, and it paid off not only with the shot but getting himself to the rim. I thought he had good patience in there to get some shots at the basket. But CJ coming off, and he's been shooting like that in practice, and it was just a matter of time before he had a game like this where he was knocking down shots. So but Jamarcus, yes, he's growing, and he's playing a position, in Jamarcus's credit, that he's really never played before, and he's learning on the fly. So big win for our team. We'll have a lot of things we can learn from this game, but it's always better to learn from a win.
Are you, as a coach, about these games right before it get away?
It's just like All-Star break. You always worry a little bit about that last game before you get to go home and see your family and your loved ones. And, our guys deserve a break. We've been going for a long time, and, they've been going hard. And last week was very emotional, winning 2 huge games with Michigan State and then going on the road and winning at K-State. And I could tell they were drained a little bit that next day, and we went very light in practice to try to recharge them a little bit. And then they came in the next day. And after a light day, I always try to get them up and down and compete. And I could tell they were sore. And, the energy this morning wasn't quite what it has been in the shoot-around. But, they found a way to get into their reserves and charge up. But, yeah, it's always a game where you don't, these guys are looking forward to getting home, to seeing their family that they haven't seen in a long time. But, I'm proud of them for where we are. We're 10-2. I think we're in a good spot. We've got a couple great wins early on in the season. We've learned from some tough setbacks that we've had, and it's an important stretch. I told them, don't go home and just, eat cookies and drink eggnog. I mean, they got to get off their butts and get some shots up, take care of their bodies. A lot of them are banged up right now, but we got to be ready to go. We're going to have a couple two-a-days when we get back and getting ready for this game on the 29th.
CJ said that he'd been on TV here that a game like this, down 14, you're not playing well, you probably would have quit. And then this team finds a way, even though it was ugly. I guess, is this kind of further evidence how this group is, maybe the resiliency is different from years past, and I guess that they can figure it out in situations like this?
Yeah, I have liked the resiliency. We'd like to have some moments back from a couple of the losses that we had, but, tonight, I think from learning from some of the things that happened, I mean, obviously the Creighton game snowballed the wrong way for the entire last 20 minutes. Tonight, even those first two possessions, where you get down 14, the guys found a way to come back. We took much better shots, with the exception of Keisei's shot in the right corner. With about, I think, 13 or 14 to go. But, he shoot 57% in the second half. That's 2 times, with the Michigan State game and this game, that we've really done a good job and playing much smarter offense in the second half. Our defense led to offense. Our pressure was better. Our hands were better. We're able to go to a little bit more of a switching defense with Josiah. He just gives us a little more versatility out there late in the game. That kid still was throwing in bombs, but, overall, again, we're going to take the positives from this and learn from some of the things that we didn't do so well.
Defense just got caught a little bit switching in time. Is that just because Rank just new lineup? I mean, what do you credit?
Yeah, and they did a good job getting the ball in the pocket.
Right.
So give them credit for some of the spray out threes that they were hitting early, and we adjusted there, especially those last 10 minutes of the second half, and switched things up a little bit. And I thought it slowed them down a little bit, and we rebounded the ball. The first half, I think they got 60% of their misses. Second half, you find a way to out rebound them by 7, and I think that's the difference in the game. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.